you are putting your paper together. You should have had a number of body paragraphs that you have written, okay, based on your thesis statement. We've already looked at that, how that thesis statement will be used to organize the body paragraph. After you have put these body paragraphs together, you're going to write the conclusion. So you've got the introduction. That is going to be one paragraph that ends with that thesis statement at the end. Then you're going to have the body, and that body is going to have a topic sentence for every body paragraph, and you're looking at maybe 6, 7 body paragraphs, and then you're going to move to the conclusion. Okay, the conclusion is one paragraph as well. So how do we develop this conclusion? If you remember, the principles for a conclusion is no new material. So I don't want something new introduced. You're summarizing what the paper has been about, and you have that expanded thesis, and then you end with a call to action. So what I want to do right now is I want to just focus on this conclusion. How are we going to make or craft this conclusion so that it suits the paper, it fits the paper, and you've got what you need to have it in place, okay? I said that the conclusion is going to be a summarized thesis statement. So if you have a thesis statement with 2 parts, you've got this thesis, and you've got part 1 and part 2, then what you're going to do is you're going to summarize inside of this conclusion. You're going to summarize part 1, and you're going to summarize part 2, and then you're going to do the call to action. And this way, it becomes a rewritten thesis. What I don't want to see is you take your 1-sentence thesis statement and change 1 or 2 words, put it into the conclusion and think you've rewritten it. You haven't. A rewritten thesis now, from now on for the rest of your writing career, is going to be taking the parts inside the thesis and summarizing them. So what is that first sentence? The first sentence establishes the topic. It reminds the audience, if by any chance you happen to nod off during this paper, we're going to be able to take a look at the topic, part 1, part 2, and then this call to action. You guys, if you have written a good 4 to 5 sentence conclusion, okay, then a person should be able to read your conclusion and know what your paper is about. So that's what you're going to aim for, that conclusion that when read, it reads and flows, and you can see what the whole paper is about.